The other is
All
the
right.
same.
Hello, welcome to day 71. We're back in Factorio. God damn it, is that thing happening again?
What did you do? Oh, you can't move.
Yeah, that stupid thing. I don't know why it does that sometimes.
Hmm.
But today, I thought it'd be quite fun to share one of Curse and mine's passions. So,
Okay, go
about
ahead. The
D&D. What's some funny
He's a
stories you have
comic.
from that? Yeah, what kind of D&D stories you got, motherfucker?
You know the stories.
Oh, I know the
Start with
stories.
one of yours.
I know it's going to
You
be
know
one
the
of my
story.
things, but
You know their madness.
I will tell you right now, Curtis's bullshit is absolutely fucking insane. The things he's done. And we have
Killed,
29 engines. Enough for one
killed,
train.
how many dragons solo?
Well, you killed one of them, and you've dealt with one solo in Ricky's. You've killed one solo in mine.
I fought another one into submission in Ricky's as well.
Curtis has a bit of a known thing as the Dragon Slayer in our group.
A literal title.
It is an
Terrifying.
actual title. Curtis is a Dragon Slayer. Now, would you like to tell the stories about how you got the title Dragon Slayer?
What one?
Pick one.
The more recent one, I
No,
guess.
start with the oldest and then go with the newest. That'd be fun.
The oldest was pretty boring. It's kind of a pretty boring one. It's literally, I was playing this one of my first characters. I was playing a barbarian Goliath. You know, the most just obvious thing you could think of in the world. And I forget the exact situation, but we had run into in like a cave in a dungeon. We had run into like it was either it was like a young dragon or like a wormling. I forget which one. But do bear in mind, regardless of which it was, I don't this drag or we were God, do you remember, David? We were like I think level 3? Level 4 maybe?
God, it's been so long. I forget.
And this was a bit of like shit that led into it, you know, from the fact of like it was a white dragon. I don't remember if it was a young or a wormling, but it was a young dragon. Or it was a dragon. It was a white dragon. So Goliaths automatically have the racial trait of having resistance to cold. So its ice breath just did half damage. It was a barbarian. I had shit tons of fucking health. You can kind of see where this is going. I then pulled out my giant fucking weapon and beat it to death. While my entire party, Dave included, got knocked out round
I was actually up
one.
with you, if you remember.
Hmm?
I was up with you.
Were you? I
I
swear
was
I
also playing a Goliath, remember?
I don't remember this. I
It's
remember
Jason. My first D&D character. Ever.
I thought he was. Was he a fucking? I thought he was. Was he a paladin? Or is that a different guy?
Jason is the Paladin of Knoll. Yes.
I did not know he was a Goliath. I thought he was human.
Nope.
No, I didn't know that. No, it's been a minute. But proceeded to basically solo the dragon. Like it is not. I think you could agree with me, David. It is not an
That
overstatement.
is true. I was no help during that fight for the simple reason I
Like the 3 other
was
party
trying
members who were with
I was
us
trying
got
to get people back up as
knocked
Paladin. I
down.
was trying to oh god, don't know how to get
Everybody's dead.
everybody's dead. I don't know how to do anything because I'm new. So I was like, lay on hands. That could get people up, right? Cool. So, start doing lay on hands, try to get people up. I will knock all these walls down eventually later, Curtis.
Oh, I'm busy. I'm not even looking
It
at
is
your
because that I know for a fact they are coming soon, and this coal reserve is completely out over here. Oh, goody.
What's that?
There's a coal reserve that was out, so I picked it up and putting it somewhere else to get more coal.
I don't know how far you can reach in this game. It's actually quite far. I need to remember not to make everything. I need to remember that I do have an entire factory dedicated to, you know, making a bunch of shit that we need. Like a bunch of arms.
I'm gonna make our car.
That's fine.
So that mean you can go try and take care of some of the bug problems soon.
I'm sorry, that's your job, good sir.
I don't have Ricky here with us, so...
Do it on your own, can't you?
No.
Well, thought you could.
Let's see. Need some coal. Explosives.
But yeah, for another story, you know what? Actually, I want you to tell this story from your perspective as the DM.
Okay.
So I feel like that would be pretty funny.
So,
And I'll just interject.
for
when I
all
think.
DMs out there, I am okay at being a DM. I'm not the
You're
best.
pretty good. Sell yourself short.
I'm not the best. There are better. And I do try to give challenges to both Ricky and Curtis. One of the bigger challenges being
bearing in mind, he knows we can.
Curtis.
He can
Curtis is
decently
a
take out
yeah.
a dragon.
Curtis is a he's a power gamer. He
On accident.
not on accident. You shut up. You're
Most of the
no,
time.
no, you're not.
Most of the time, yes, I am.
He does metagame a little bit with his builds. I'm sorry to tell you, you do.
When I make them? No. After I make them, I look and I go, okay, what can I combine together to do something stupid?
Yeah. So for this instance, we were part of an adventuring school. We were learning to be adventurers. We came from an island that is now known in the campaign has the island of hell to the more religious part of the world, because for the longest time there was an evil ancient spell that if people went into it from the outside, they would never be seen from again, and there was some time dilation going on inside the fog. So ancient people are like going fucking crazy inside there, losing their minds, and we're attacking both anything trying to get out and anything trying to go in. So, but if you came in from the outside, you would be stuck there forever.
Yeah.
The only way to break the curse was to have something from the inside come out from the island. That would be quite easy, you would think, except for the fact that there is a evil wizard who basically set off a world destabilizing thing. A supercontinent disappeared overnight because of what he did. So, for that reason, they... Oh, God. I'm trying to think here. So, for that reason, they were like, magic
Kinda
is bad.
called-
What?
Yeah, they were just like, we're not going here anymore. This is a bad idea.
Well, no, it was just... That's curse. And also, magic in itself, bad idea. So nobody would really go investigate magically because magic...
Oh, right, yeah, we should...
Yeah,
Yeah, probably touch on the fact that everybody hates wizards.
Yeah, everybody
AKA,
hates
the
wizards.
only mage in the party.
Yeah, everybody hates wizards because wizards doomed the world. They were very prosperous, and then one wizard went kaboom overnight, and he did that on purpose. So, with that having happened, there was no real way because the continent and the people on the inside were being slaughtered by these magical beasts that I call dredge beasts, which some of them they can cast spells. Like there was a T-Rex that we had to fight that and yes, I know it's DM DM in the story. I know. I just play it like
this is homebrewed, yes, but even then.
a lot of this is homebrewed, and also because if I didn't play, there would only be like 2 people playing, and that's just from experience. I'm going to pause the story and tell you the story about how me and Curtis went through the Tomb of Annihilation, and part that was supposed to take like a couple sessions, like you need to get together, discuss like what you're going to do. Yeah, me and Curtis very quickly went through, was like, okay, we need this, this, and this, and this. So there's a bunch of people, let's go find a bunch of people to do this. And we did all that to get a Tomb of Annihilation team to go, like, investigate it. Done very, very quickly. It was supposed to, according to Ricky, take how many sessions? 3 or 4?
A while.
Yeah, it was supposed to take 3 or 4. Me and Curtis ripped right through it. No problem, no issue, no nothing. So, then we wind up having to break out, being chased by a kraken, dredge beluga whale, oh not beluga, killer whales, dredge killer whales,
Yeah,
a kraken, and also having to deal with red wizards of Thay, which was a very, yeah, you forgot, you killed some red wizards of Thay, some very shit ones, I will add.
Yeah, but
some very shit ones, but they still could cast fireball. And you all were what level again?
Hang on. Did these require coal? We were pretty low level. We remember.
Yeah.
Oh, these still require. Oh, these are blast for. Oh.
Yes. But anyhow, back to the story of how Curtis killed a dragon.
So actually doing.
We joined a adventuring school because it's one of the few places you could learn anything really about magic. And if ever so slightly, it's heavily governed by the government, blah, blah, blah.
I fucking hate paperwork.
Yes, it's the only way I can actually slow him down, is just make him do paperwork. So...
Paperwork.
What has happened is...
Funnily enough,
they were doing a school tournament. Everyone had it was a school tournament, and before the tournament began, people could go tackle the dungeon. The dungeon is what now know, because Curtis, you and Ricky both now know, it was made by an ancient mage by the name of Drillius. Drillius made these dungeons.
It was a dungeon that recreates specific scenarios and gives you loot depending on how hard or what you want out of it.
Yeah, so basically you could ask for food, and if you were on a deserted island, which did happen, that's how one of the adventuring schools got founded, somebody was stranded on an island. Basically, every time they would have to do this ritual of like, I need food, and you would go on an adventure, and essentially you could basically do anything. Now, determining on what you want sets the high level of the stage. So,
Yeah.
Curtis had asked for something. I forget what it was. It was an elemental brazier.
It was either a brazier of like fire elemental summoning or the water version of that. You know, a standard like
I think it was
a
both.
standard. It was both, but we didn't get to both.
Yeah, it was both. So basically, Drillius from our world. So some of the things that get asked for, depending on, will get more challenges. So Curtis wanting fire and water braziers set off alarms in the system like, oh, they're going to make a steam engine out of this. So
Sorry, you can't hear me whistling. I'm doing the whoop whoop whoop.
what?
You couldn't hear me whistling because I have the thing on, but I was going whoop whoop.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, it was like, oh, they're gonna make it. They could make a steam engine out of this steam engine, which is what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Basically,
Magical.
there's a challenge level. Curtis got the highest level challenge. These things will prevent you from dying on the inside unless it is a particular level.
If
Curtis
you
had
ask for
the
something
level
hard,
Curtis had the level right below it, and
which was red.
it is the one right below it is purple. Red means you're gonna die. So purple is absolutely deadly. You will probably get killed for it. So some things happened in the background that caused a screen to be played, which was very, very odd for everybody else.
Yeah,
So,
but you're skipping over the actual part that happened.
I want to make sure that people understand. People saw this happen. So what happens is they see a mage, Curtis, take on. It was an adult red dragon with some decay going on with its wings.
Wibbly wobbly timey bullshit.
Yeah.
Too. Or not wibbly wobbly timey, wibbly wobbly magical stuff.
Yeah, magical stuff. I did chalk this beast up with magical items. Curtis had gotten separated from the party as it was we were thrown into a maze and we had to find this thing. And the maze would shift around every so often.
Yeah, didn't we like split up? Isn't that the reason why I was away from you all? If I remember.
It was either you split up or I split you all up.
One of the two.
It was one of the two. And you all had gotten separated from each other. Curtis had found the dragon first. By pure luck of chance.
On accident, because I think I had
Yeah.
like gone further in than anybody else on accident.
Yeah.
So, I figured out the vague like, oh well, we got here this way.
And Curtis, by himself for I think 3 or 4 rounds of combat. Actually, no, it was 2 rounds. It was 2 rounds of combat. He had almost died, but he had almost killed a red dragon by himself.
An adult red
An
dragon
adult
at level
red dragon
7.
at level 7.
I choked it
With
to death.
very limited spell slots, I might add, because again, in this world, mages aren't really liked, but you know what? Very limited spell slots had been given out as like books.
Yeah, sorcerer, by the way, not a wizard.
Sorcerer and wizard, because you multiclass.
No,
I thought you
did not multiclass yet. I have an intention to later.
So yes, he's a sorcerer, meaning that some of his spells are different than others. So with a very limited understanding of magic and other things, Curtis managed to defeat an adult red dragon almost single-handedly, literally only needing, what was it, 2 more attacks on the thing?
It was like a bit. Now, it should be mentioned, by the way, I was running around with some magic items that I made.
Yeah.
I had been running around with the equivalent of like flying swords that obeyed me, that uh, were stabbing it every turn. But even that, those only were doing a little bit at a time.
Yeah. Not a whole lot to work with. But he had managed to defeat an adult red dragon single-handedly. Almost. The party did manage to find their way to him.
Yeah, you all found me at the very end.
And I will say, he almost lost because he did get knocked out.
Mm-hmm. Almost died.
Yeah,
I didn't die, but
well,
almost. No.
You almost got knocked out of the cave, which would have said, okay, yep, you can't do it. But the party was in enough of a range that it didn't happen. So Curtis got back up, and literally, I think only one other person hit the damn thing.
I think you did. You stabbed it. I got back up. I think the best part was
I believe I shot the damn thing. I don't think I stabbed it.
No. You did shot it or you stabbed it, or you did one of the two. Did I get back up after a healing spell, or did I get back up after a natural 20? I don't remember.
Our on again, off again paladin.
Oh, he healed me then. You're right.
Jackson.
I was like, did I get
our on again, off again paladin.
Well?
It's very difficult to get him on, or I wouldn't be in this story. But he's got life shit going on. So yeah, he was the only one to be able to heal Curtis, and Curtis got back up and was able to really single-handedly kill the dragon. Because again, only one other person had attacked this thing, and well, we all know what happened from that point. Was Curtis won that encounter. So
basically, yes.
Yeah.
I believe I told you, fuck off. The equivalent of fuck off. You're not killing me. You don't make my fate. I do.
And I would like to remind everybody at this point.
Yes.
A screen had popped up before everybody. It's big enough to the point where it's like, the adventure schools were like, what's going on? Let's go check it out. The kings of the two nations, like,
showed up to
one of them absolutely hates mages and mage learning to the point where they don't trust anything of it. Saw this shit happen and saw a mage almost single-handedly kill a red dragon and then say the fucking line, my boy.
What was the line? I don't even remember the specific line, but it was like, do you remember what it was? It was something very good. It was something
just said it. It was the thing about destiny and things.
That was not exactly what I said, but I basically said.
And it would be like, I will change this country whether they want to or not. Nobody's going to get in my way, I believe.
It was something like that, yeah. It was like, I will change this world whether you want it or not, and you will not get in my way.
And that had... I'm not going to lie, that had thrown off my plans. As DM, it threw off my plans because originally I was going to have them start a war between the two countries. I shit you not. I was trying to have them start a war between the two countries. Did not work. And what had happened is they maybe go back and redo some things. It was like, okay, I have to rethink everything.
Things.
Yeah, because it was like, well, that was like a later use thing that I put into the dungeons. But apparently it had been used now. Anyhow, that's how Curtis killed that dragon in one of my stories.
And then in another one, I ran into a white dragon on a peak that was like fucking with shit, and
this is Ricky's D&D campaign, by the way, and you didn't kill it. It worked.
I was about to kill it, but then another bigger dragon showed up and went.
Oh,
hey,
what? I'm sorry. No. What level was that dragon that showed up?
That was an adult. That was an adult white
What
dragon.
kind of dragon showed up?
It was an adult white dragon.
No.
The one that showed up
No. Remember what
the
Ricky told
equivalent
you
of
about it? About how
it was
old
the
and big it
equivalent of
was?
yeah, it was equivalent of a 2,000-year-old greater worm.
Yeah. That big of a dragon showed up and told Curtis no.
It's bad. Don't do that.
Yeah. Or we
Hey,
would
David, you wanna
have
come help me real
Curtis
quick?
would have a second, because this is Grog again, beating the shit out of a white dragon.
Hmm.
He would have 3 dragon kills under his belt. He has earned our title of Dragon Slayer in our group.
Didn't I kill another dragon in a different game? This wasn't D&D, but didn't I kill somebody that was the equivalent of a dragon in another game as well? I forget what it was.
Did you?
I think I did, because we made this joke a little while ago, just like, I am the Dragon Slayer.
You're the Dragonborn, Dovahkiin.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anyhow.
But yeah. Yeah, done a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, Curtis has done a lot of crazy shit in D&D. Limited, but not limited to ascending to godhood.
Dragon slaying, ascending up to godhood, taking over a country, making a country.
How do you get... it's G. Excuse me, I'm doing
Go to get in the
donuts.
car.
Doing donuts.
You could come help me.
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm killing shit.
Oh, okay.
Don't crash into a tree or run me over, please.
You want to hop in?
Yeah, I'm blowing shit up. Just be careful.
Oh, shit. Okay. But yeah, Curtis's legendary status in D&D. He is our Archmage, our Dragon Slayer, and our inventor.
Wizard. Wizard man. Sorry, I think I'll talk to somebody. And now I can build a thing.
You want to take care of this
I
other
did
one
all
over
this
here?
We can leave that one maybe.
Mm.
For the moment, I just wanted this. By the way, I know you want it answered, but to the person who said that you can put them next to each other, I'm aware, but this is more efficient if I want it to last longer, because if you don't put them next to each other, then they last a little longer than they would otherwise.
I'm very happy that you decided to answer the question live.
Where's my wall? David, bring me walls.
Walls? Okay.
Yeah.
Pump. Oh, we can now do oil.
We are aware.
Okay, I'm coming with 300 walls to you. I'm going to fix that when I come back. I'll fix it, don't worry. Come back here. I was coming to you with walls.
I'm getting electricity.
Well, then here are your walls.
Put
Actually,
them
wait a
in my
minute.
inventory.
I can just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're correct.
Put them in my inventory.
There you go.
Thank you.
Take the car if you want.
It's a pretty good idea.
But yeah, that is Curtis' story of the Dragon Slayer. I am known
I
for
am
pulling
so
crazy
lucky.
fucking stunts in D&D and getting away with them.
Yeah.
No, not you know better than anybody else.
Yeah, it's fair.
Would you like to tell them what I did with a cube of force and a car?
With the car? Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to tell that story or one of the other stories that that character has done?
Oh, you flipped a car. You went into an entire nest of goblins solo and got taken prisoner, and they
I
didn't
mean, I
instantly murder
almost killed
you.
everything.
Yeah. Well, you killed about 25%,
Yeah, I
actually.
killed 25%, and what was that big 25% that I killed?
It was a lot of goblins. A lot of goblins. There was a lot of goblins. You killed some hobgoblins. You killed a troll, I believe.
Yep. A solo little rogue at what level? 3?
Four.
4?
Four or
Okay.
three.
So I was also starting to become a sorcerer at that point, too.
Yes. You had a few, few levels in sorcery. Have I made that thing yet? I don't actually know that. I made
But
too many
no,
machines.
go into detail from your perspective, from the car stunt.
That was a lot of me having to figure it out, to be fair, because that was like, okay. Because they were in a bit of a... You weren't in a car chase, but you were in a bit of a, like... You were in a very desperate situation. One of their NPCs that we play, because as David mentioned, playing just two
Two
people
people.
is kind of hard for encounter building,
Yeah.
especially when they are, up against an entire crime syndicate. So,
Yeah.
we gave them a few NPCs to do things with, but one of them had gone down. They had just been raided by the organization that is trying to kill them, and he decides to. Did you jump in front of him, or did
I
you?
jumped in front of it.
You used a cube of force to basically, in lamest terms, you use the wall to not make a ramp, but like
Make a wall of force in front of it.
pretty
Like
much,
a
yes.
physical wall of force. Cube force, if you don't know, it can has sides on it. You can either let spells pass through and not physical attacks, or you can let physical attacks through and not spells, or you can make a wall that just keeps everything out. For simplicity of understanding it.
Yes. So he decided to, you know what? This is a bad situation. We're gonna try and flip a car with a cube of force. And this was a good bit of me going like, okay, well, would that work in the way he wanted to? Okay, sure. And then it was a lot of that. But yeah, you managed to flip a car. You did it twice, didn't you?
Yes.
The first time was
The first
far less
time it
exciting.
was the physical wall. The second time it was no living thing
You
can
you
pass through it.
Yeah, so you basically forced people through the car
Except
out
the
the
driver,
windshield.
that poor driver.
Yeah, that guy died.
Yeah, that guy got pancaked.
Yeah, not great for him. But yeah, you will do some weird shit in that. Yeah.
And as also gonna try to make you throw. What was the other crazy bullshit that this character, who by the way, cars and things like that, they are a normal part of everyday life, except for this one character. This one character grew up out in the boonies.
He's a fucking country bumpkin.
Yeah. What did he do on a motorcycle and a shotgun?
Oh yeah, you managed to, with some bullshit rolls, neo your way onto a moving.
Oh, by the way, that's another thing too. Matt Mercer, hi. The guy who's put on this world who doesn't roll almost never below a 10, hi, that's me.
Yeah, he's annoying.
I agree with Curtis. I need the Will Wheaton touch. And by the way, you did that wrong.
What?
The come look at the stone.
What about it?
Come look at it. Come up here and look at it.
Hang on. What? It's coming. Oh, I'll fix it in a second.
Exactly. Now then, back to that story. Yeah, with some probably
Yeah,
some amount of bribery to the gods of dice, managed to secure a
Neo your way.
I jumped from a motorcycle onto a moving truck and then
No, other way
blew
around.
out.
You jump from a moving truck onto a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, that.
And then proceeded to kick the guy off. Which then he probably died. You don't actually know.
We don't know at this point in time. We do not know at this point in time whether or not that man died or if he is still alive.
Kind of maybe the latter.
But we do know that one guy specifically died. And that was the guy who killed the party's pet. Somebody killed our party's pet. So
Yeah, that guy died.
yeah, that guy was going to get a death one way or another because D&D rules dictate you killed the party pet, you must die a horrific death.
You're fucking dead.
I think that is a rule for every D&D party. I'm not 100% sure.
Should be.
Yeah, I think if it's not, it probably should be. But guy killed our party's pet, and the country bumpkin made sure that motherfucker was going to die. And this is he's a nice person. He doesn't try to kill people. He doesn't try to kill people except for that one scientist that broke into his house.
Oh, you fucking shot and was your only. It's Ricky.
Yeah, he was the only other character, and that's a stupid fun story. So what had happened is Ricky's character in our campaign, he put down.
I did. You might move.
I was clearing a tree for you.
I got fucking
you got-
explosive.
Yeah, I forget we can do that. Ah!
There are those rocks. Those are more annoying.
I mean, we still need wood.
No, we don't. What do we need wood for?
Power poles?
Ah, we can make it metal ones now.
Yeah, but the one with wood have longer reach.
No, they don't. The
Oh,
ones
wait.
with metal?
Oh, yeah,
We can-
thought the second...
Yeah, we can make a medium electric power pole.
I thought the medium electric power poles required wood. My bad.
No, the small electric power pole.
And I repaired
Which,
your
to be
wall.
fair, Electric power poles are pretty good. Yes, thank you. I'm just going to... How far? Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. God, I want drones. Makes life so much easier. We can just connect this, actually.
But anyhow,
Okay.
yeah.
Excuse me, David.
Somebody had killed the party pet. That's a no-no.
So no, that didn't go well for them afterward. He died in the car. Actually.
Yeah, I think what had happened to him, he slammed in. I think I blew his. I shot him with the shotgun. And
No, I believe you killed the driver. You killed the driver, the guy who
oh yeah, I
you
shot
wanted dead
the
was in the
driver
back
with
of the
a
car.
12 gauge. That's right.
Yeah, the guy you wanted dead was in the back of the car. The car veered off of the highway and nailed into a post, and yeah, he got his fucking neck snapped. He was dead. I even rolled to see like, okay, well,
Yeah,
dexterity.
and by the way, that was a very odd thing because Stefan didn't realize the guy was dead, so he went up and then his head went a wrong way, and Stefan went, okay, yep, you're dead.
Dead.
Fucking dead. I think you deserve it. By the way, I think we should have it said that party works for the cops.
Eventually, you weren't working for them at that point,
No,
but
we
yeah.
were. No, we were.
No, you weren't.
No, yeah, we were. We got
No, you
deputized.
weren't.
That was
Oh no, were you? Oh yeah, you might have been.
yeah, no, we got deputized after the incident in the again, me pulling crazy shit in D&D. So we had been declared cop killers by the police. We got framed for it. And Stefan, after being told, "Hey, we have proof," went to like a secure part of the city and went to a bar that supposedly knew the chief of police. And he's like, "Hey, can you hand this to so and so? We were working for something. We were told to talk directly to him." So that happened. They showed up to probably try and arrest us because they probably thought that, oh, they feel bad about something or whatever. I can't remember what all Curtis said. But we went in there. We were then ambushed by this crime syndicate with the police in tow, and I think we recruited some paladins of Tyr.
You would run into some prior. I believe who actually talked. It might have been Ricky actually.
It was Ricky who recruited him.
Samuel had talked to them about it and had managed to convince them that you were not at fault for the death of the police officer, which they were still kind of like, seems fishy, but sure. Oh yeah, you know what I need to do actually? I need to go put a radar up there so I can actually see what's going on.
Yeah. Oh damn, we've actually over-recorded today.
Well, that happens when you're having fun.
Exactly. So to save my storage, Curtis, if you would.
Oh, I'm ending it here? Okay, well,
You put the car on the wrong side of the wall.
Silence. Remember to be kind to your DM. They do their best. But I'm gonna probably fix this real quick. But bye. I'll see you all later.